NG1, I understand from Gayun, right? She will do some promotion on the OHDSI APAC Symposium webpage, right? We'll be doing that or Gayun will do that?
The promoting for OHDSI APAC or
Yeah,
or,
yeah,
or
yeah.
oh, APAC Symposium. That's what you're saying.
Yes, yes, correct.
Oh yeah, and I think about that, Gaon will hand over to the. I think I will hand over to Gaon, and she.
Okay.
Gaon, are you promoting APAC Symposium today?
Not really. I was just going to share the update that we have a official link
Oh,
to it, but
cool,
not
cool,
the
cool,
promotion about the symposium.
Okay,
cool.
okay.
Mhm.
So,
So I think Gaon will have like a few minutes at the beginning, and we can let Jason have his stage during the
all right.
today's call, right? Okay,
Okay,
sounds great.
sure. Hi, everyone. So we will wait for another like maybe 2 to 3 minutes to allow people to sign in. Hello, everyone. So probably we can get started now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah, can. But I think Jason, I think Gaon would like to have to highlight
Oh,
the OHDSI APAC Symposium webpage to
okay,
everyone
okay.
at the beginning. Yeah, probably
Mm-hmm.
just 1 or 2 minutes. Yeah.
Okay,
So
sure.
welcome everyone to today's OHDSI APAC Scientific Forum. So Gaon, would you like to share also? Oh, okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Gaon, you're muted. Unmute it, please. Thank
Oh, yes.
you.
Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Erwin. I'm only going to take like 1 or 2 minutes about the update. So we now have APAC Symposium page up on OHDSI website. So like you can see, we have the basic homepage and information about symposium agenda. These agenda are subject to change as we discuss through it. So just yeah, thank you. So we do have tutorials, but these materials are also going to be announced soon. And datathon. At this point, the most important thing is this one, where you can upload your submission here. So once you click the submission link, it directs to the Google form where you can submit your project and stuff. So yes, this is it. And some of us can ask, oh, why isn't there a registration page? It's because we're still working on it. As soon as the registration page is open, we're going to put on to this tab and make it straight to go to the link. So maybe it's going to be there like around mid-July, I hope. So keep an eye out for the OHDSI homepage. And if you have any other questions regarding this, just hit me up anytime. Yes, that's it. I can toss it over to Jason now.
Okay, thanks, Gaon, for highlighting the OHDSI APAC Symposium page. We hope that many of you will be able to participate in this symposium. And if you have any questions, can ask Gaon. So let's move to today's scientific forum session. We are very pleased to have Jason with us today. So he will give presentations on 2 topics today. So one is the value study protocol, and followed by the building characterizations and treatment pathway in Atlas. So Jason, over to you. We can see your screen now. Thank you.
Okay, thanks everyone. And today we have 2 topics. The first one is protocol, and we just finished the draft of the protocol in 2 weeks. Before 2 weeks ago. So we hope that everyone can continuously to let us know if you have any comments on the protocol, and then welcome to join our study. Okay, and as you may know that our topic is very simple. The study is kind of characterization study of peptide utilization and among men and women in childbearing age. And the PI for the study, including Nico and me. And this page shows the aims of the study. If you haven't seen that before, we can talk about that once again right now. And the aim is to describe utilization pattern, trends, and the population categorizations, understanding how safety warning translated into real-world practice across different regulatory countries. And so far there are 20 collaborators tell us that they are interested in this study from 7 countries currently, including Nico, Jack from Australia, me, Kim, Natalie Septi from Taiwan, and Fook from Vietnam. And we also have Chen, Gang, Jiwon, Sabin from Korea, Hanif, Third from Taiwan, Christine, Bianca from Australia, Cynthia, Lynette from Singapore, and Tasudo Lin from Japan, and Max Su Chenan from Thailand. And welcome everybody here. If you are also interested in that, please register through the we put that on the GitHub, right? And then or you can contact with me or Nico or Jack, okay, for join this study later. And we have already have the version version 1 of the about the protocol, and on July 15th. So we may have the second one version once we have modify or revise the protocol later on based on everybody's comments. And the background of this study, there has been the clinical dilemma because Fabry is the first-line medication for epilepsy or other mental disorder, but potentially there are some safety warning concerns about the reproductive and developmental risks for women. For men, material risk. This is for women for pregnancy in arterial exposure result in a 10% risk of major congenital malformations and cognitive disorders. And for men, for father, partner risk. This is a potential one. Okay, recent data shows a significant increased neurodevelopmental disorder (NDD) risk for partner exposure within 3 months prior to conception. And so this study is not trying to provide the evidence about the association between utilization, drug utilization, and also the outcome, but we want to see how the drug was used before and after the safety warning in different countries. So there's evidence gap. Regulatory approaches to Fabry have varied substantially across countries, yet their impact on prescribing patterns and the treatment substitution in APAC region remains unknown. So this is the main reason why we want to do this kind of study. And there are 2 aims, simple aims. One, the overall aim is to evaluate the real-world impact of multi-wave safety warnings on Fabry prescribing dynamic among reproducible reproductive age, men and women. Okay, not only just epilepsy, but also many other diseases, as long as the patient needed to use the Fabry to have a treatment. So M1 is about the clinical characterizations, is to describe and compare the baseline demographic comorbidities and co-medications across data populations. But to simplify the study, we will start from the demographic and a very simple, like a few comorbidities only, like epilepsy, bipolar, or migraine only. And for the others, we just put that later. Okay, so that we can have quickly have the results from many sites. The M2 is about the drug utilization, about the prescription trends by person, by patients, and try to evaluate the 25 years from 2000 to 2025. If your data doesn't cover so long, like 25 years, and only part of that, for example, from 2010 to 2023, that is also fine. Okay, and to join together. Okay, and to about the trend, utilization trend in Fabry prescribing frequency, treated by country, gender, and age group. And so far, we got at least 3 database join this study, including TMU study from Taiwan. The database contains sample size about 4.3 million, and this is the hospitalized electronic health record from medical centers 3 medical centers covered 2000 to 2023. And the Australia database also covered 28 million. And this is the claims data from 1999 to 2025. And we also have data from South Korea and also some database from IQVIA. And the study design, the type of study, this is multinational retrospective and a longitudinal policy evaluative or drug utilization study. And the infrastructure, this is the distributed network study. So we don't share the data, original data, raw data, but we share the code and the results only through the OMOP Common Data Model database. And the analytic model, this is, we use the standardized analytical package selected locally by data partners. Only aggregated results are shared for central synthesis. So there's no patient-level data transmission. The target exposure, including the males and the females of reproductive age, childbearing age, and users about the FAP rates. And consistency, we want to have the same inclusion and exclusion criteria and the cohort selection definition and the analytical procedures among multiple data and to do the cross-site comparisons. And study period from 2000 to 2023 or 2025, if your data cover the latest data, you can also provide the data results until 2025. And the data contribution would be we hope that you can have the as long as possible data and to join the study so that we can have a comprehensive results from your data. And the inclusion and exclusion criteria are very simple. Inclusion criteria is all patients from the database from 2000 to 2023. Exclusion criteria cover the age and the medication use. Age, we exclude the age under the patient with the age under 18 and or the patient older than 49. And because those are the childbearing age based on the literature review for both men and women. And without the prescription of FAP rates should be excluded. So we only have the patient use FAP rate as medication and then to become the cohort. The index state baseline, because we also want to have to know the baseline condition, so we set up the index state. The index state is was defined as the date of the first records of FAP rate prescription within the study period. And longitudinal prescription trends, we use the annual or monthly as a unit of to calculate. We can use the annual first, and then if our data is possible, and we can get the result about the monthly. We can also do that later on. But based on the atlas, we need to see if we can have the data, monthly data from atlas later on. And okay, and the baseline windows is about one year, 365 days prior to index date, so that we can know the mobility about the each one of the patients. And stratification, we use the country or databases if we have multiple data from the same country, and gender, male and female, and age group. We have 3 age groups from 18 to 30, and from 31 to 40, and 41 to 49. And there are three time period. This is the based on the time. The period 1 is pre-wave. Wave 1, based on wave 1 means the safety warning for the woman, for the pregnancy woman, and because this is it's not exactly the 1 year, but the time period. So we use like around the 2018 as a cut point. And before that, because the safety warning starts from 2000, around 2000 to 2018. So we use that. Sorry, the safety warning for wave 1 is around 2012 to 2018. So we use the 2000 to 2018 as a period 1. And period 2 is a post wave. Okay, or before the wave 2. Wave 2 is the safety warning for father. So this is it's around 2023. Start from 2023. So we set up the time period between 2018 to 2023 as a period 2. And if your data covered the information, the database covered data after 2023, we can have a period number 3, which is the post wave 2 from 2023 to 2025. And the variables of interest, including 3 types. First one is demographic. This is required for the initial analysis. Initial analysis means we want to have a quick result and then submit to the APAC symposium in 2026. And later on, I'm going to talk about the schedule, the milestone, and then we can talk about that. And the initial analysis covered the demographic, like the gender and age. And we hope that we can have a clinical characterizations, including multiple comorbidity. But this is not required for all comorbidities. For the initial analysis, we hope that we can have at least 3, like epilepsy, bipolar, and also migraine, 3. And of course, if we want to finish our future study, and we need to cover more type of comorbidities, like this type of diseases. And then we can also have a long-term medication use, and then to see if there are some drug interaction or other co-use medications. But this is still not required for initial analysis. And for this is the first figure we want to show in our submission for the abstract. And this is by database. We hope that we can start from the all patient from the database from 2000 to 2023. And the first exclusion criteria is about the age. We only want to cover the childbearing age, like from 18 to 49. So we exclude the age at occurrence of the fibrates. And then we have the patient of childbearing age. And then the second exclusion criteria is about the patient without the fibrates prescription. So finally, we have a cohort about the patient with at least 1 prescription of fibrates. And we hope that we can have a table 1 to show in the first result, and then to put up in the abstract in the poster or presentation. And contains the table 1 contains the demographic, like a male and gender and age, age including the mean and also the age groups. 3 age groups, and the comorbidity, like at least 3 diseases like epilepsy, bipolar disorder, and the migraine. Because February, these three diseases are the most common diseases for the demand. Because the patient with these diseases may have the chance to have the February. So sorry, this is the table 2. Sorry, this table will not be showed in the poster or oral presentation because this is we only for the next figure 2. This is the figure 2. We want to have the trends of the drug utilization. So before draw this figure, we need to have like this table. The first column is a year from 2000 to 2023. If you have the data after that, like until 2025, you can also have provide the result until 2025. The first column, the second column is the number of total patients, about the male patients in 2000 and in each one of the year, and then next following by the number of February users in that year. Okay, so this is a yearly calculation about the patient, the number of patients, not the number of prescription. So this is individual based as a unit. And then we can, based on the previous 2 columns, to calculate the rates of February use percentage of male. And then we can repeat that for female, okay, number of total patients, number of February users for female, and to calculate the rates of February use for female. Okay, so as long as we have these 2 columns, the rate of February for male and female, and we can draw the picture, figure 2 like this, trend picture. So this is country-based or database-based, and then this picture contains 2 lines. One is male and the other one is female, and the age group from 18 to 30. Okay, so we can have an overall age like from 18 to 49 as a one picture, and then we can separate, have 2, 3 subgroup age, like group 1 age 18 to 30, like this. So far, I just finished the introduction about our protocol. Very simple study for APAC-VALUE study. And then now we can move on to the second part for today's sharing. Is about the how to use Atlas to to have the results for based on our end. And today we will focus on how to use the Atlas to do the characterization study and also treatment pathway study. And with today's presentation may not cover the estimation or prediction study, but we can also use the Atlas to do the estimation and the prediction study. So this is the structure about the utilization user interface of the Atlas, and use the demo database as an example. As you can see from your left-hand side, there are some buttons, and those are the function of the Atlas can be done. And the most the main function of the Atlas covered. So you can on your left-hand side, there are some buttons like home, data sources, search, concept sets, cohort definitions, characterizations, cohort pathways. This is also the treatment pathway, and the incident rates to calculate the rates of the incidence. Any events like diseases or medication use or complications, any outcomes, and also profiles, and the estimation and the prediction. Estimation is like a comparative analysis, and the prediction study like P4P for to create the prediction models with the machine learnings, and reusables, and the jobs configurations about the databases. You can choose from the configurations. And then the main function of Atlas covered, because the Atlas is a virtual research design platform, and we can use that to do the cohort selection. And because this is a very good cohort building tools, and we can do the characterization analysis. Like today, the APAC-VALUE study cover the characterizations. M1 is this one, and M2 is about the utilization of the drug. And then we also can use the Atlas to calculate the incidence rate by using the incidence rate this button, and estimation study by using this button, and also the prediction study. Okay, here. Before we get into how to use the Atlas to do the study, and we need to note some terminology. Like the first one is concept sets. Before we do a study, we need to set up the concept set first. It provides the ability to create collections of logical expressions, and that can be used to identify a set of concepts to use throughout your standardized analysis. So that we call that the concept sets. Search, we can use that to search the vocabulary, identify a set of concepts, and specifying the logic to use to resolve the concept set, provide us a powerful mechanism for define the often obscure medical language using an analysis plans. So basically, this is to tell Atlas set up based on the Atlas and to identify what kind of code we may select for specific terms like diseases, like medication, like laboratory test. For example, like if we want to have a diagnosis, to set up the code for specific diagnosis, like diabetes, type 2 diabetes, we may want to decide what kind of ICD-9 or ICD-10 or SNOMED CT code belongs to type 2 diabetes, and we want to use those to become the definition about type 2 diabetes in our study. So we need to set up the concept set about the type 2 diabetes first. And again, if we want to set up the fabric, this medication, and we also needed to set up the code, any type of code of fabric, like ATC code or other code, okay, to represent the fabric used. So we need to set up the concept set first. And then cohort definition. Cohort definition is the ability to construct a set of person who specify one or more criteria for a duration of time, and then those cohort can then serve as the base of inputs for all your subsequent analysis. So basically, based on the Atlas, cohort definition means that how we need to have a design about the cohort, how to select the cohort based on some inclusion and exclusion criteria. So once we have already decided the inclusion and exclusion criteria, we can set up the cohort definition, and then we can use Atlas to select the cohort later on. After the selection of cohort, we needed to do the characterization and to see the profile of cohort selected by some criteria, and then what is the distribution about the patient based on age or gender, demographic, or any comorbidities, disease history, how much patients among the cohort they have specific disease history, and when we use the table 1 to show the result, this is about the characterizations functions, and then following by the cohort treatment pathway. It's about how the drug was used, like for the first line, second line, third line. For example, for specific diseases, we may have multiple medication treatment for the diseases, for that disease, and how the drug was used for how much patient they use like drug A for the first line, and drug B for the second, also for the first line, and how the drug the patient have a change the drug to like the other medications. For example, some patient they use the drug A as the first line, and then they add on the other drug or discontinue or the original drug or change to the others. Okay, so how the drug was the drug was used, multiple drug was used for the different lines. We can use the some bust plot to show the transition of the medication use. So it's kind of a pathway, and then we can use that to do the international or database the comparison between the databases in different countries by using this function. So treatment pathway or cohort pathway is an analytical tool that allows you to look at the sequence of clinical or treatment events that occur within one or more populations. Incidence rates is a tool that allows us to estimate the incidence of outcomes within target population of interest. And estimation study in APAC means capability to allow us to define a population level effects estimation study using a comparative cohort design, whereby the comparisons between one or more targets and the comparator cohorts can be explored for the series of outcomes, kind of a comparative analysis, okay, between different groups. And the last one, the prediction study, is a capability to allow us to apply machine learning algorithms to conduct a patient level prediction, so-called PLP analysis, whereby you can predict an outcome within any given target exposures. Okay, so here this is terminology. Okay, we need to understand it first. And then we can move on to how to do a study, and based on the APAS. And for APAC-VALUE study, we have two aims. One is characterization study, and the other one is treatment path. So not pathway. It's about how the drug was used over time. Okay, so that'll be kind of a simple prescriptive analysis only. But for the normal formal or formal study, we may have some process. The first one is create a new study by using the atlas, and the second one to set up a concept set. Okay, as I mentioned before, we need to define diseases, medication, and also like other laboratory tests or others by using a concept set. And the third one is cohort definition, okay, to select the cohort. Once we have the inclusion and exclusion criteria, and we select a cohort based on atlas, we can draw the figure 1, like the cohort selection process, okay, figures, and put that in the manuscripts. And then following by the cohort characterization, this is about the how to make the table 1, okay, about the basic characterization of cohorts. Okay, and the fifth one is treatment pathway. We can use atlas to draw the sunburst plot to have a comparison. Okay, so this is about the figure 2. Okay, and today we are going to talk about how to use the atlas from 1 to 5, and actually we also can use the atlas to do the estimation study and the prediction study. Okay, but because time limit for today, we only can talk about how to use atlas from the number 1 to number 5. And just quickly to go through each one of the process. Okay, start from number 1, create a new study. Using atlas, we can choose because most of the time we need to do the cohort definition. So that we usually start from the cohort definition, this button, and then press that, and then we can also press the new cohort because we want to create a new cohort. So you press this button, new cohort, on your right and up, and then okay, we can give the name of the cohort, okay, first, and press this button and just save this the new cohort. And after the giving the name, and then we needed to do the concept set. So we can also under the cohort definition this button and to press the second button about concept set. Means under this start cohort, we can create the concept set. And how to create that, we need to press the new concept this button first, and then to create that. You may want to know why we don't use the concept set, this button on the left energy to set up the concept set first. You can also do that, but maybe sometimes we cannot find the concept that we have made based on this once you want to do the specific study. So maybe that lose or any reasons. So to me, most of the time, I use the cohort definition and to set up a concept set under the cohort definition. Okay, and once we press the new concept set, we can give the name of that specific concept set we want to create, and then press the add concept set this button. Okay, and then to use the searching engine and to give the full name of the concept you want to create it, like if like a chronic kidney disease, these diseases, CKD, we need to use. It's better to use a chronic kidney disease rather than CKD short term. Yeah, to find the to search that. For example, if we use we search CKD, and then we can find the multiple choices we can choose, and you can choose multiple one. And based on this classifications, like SNOMED, for example, the vocabulary, there are SNOMED, there are 257 based on SNOMED CT codes, and then about this diseases, and then we can choose what you think that is appropriate for your study and comprehensive. Okay, you can just choose that. You can based on the SNOMED or other like ICD or others. Okay, but most of the time we encourage people to use SNOMED for to define the diseases diagnosis, and then you can choose the descendants. Check that and press add to concept set. And then now this is another example, okay, to like by using the type 2 diabetes, okay. Again, press a new concept set, give the name type 2 diabetes, press add concept set, and you can use the diabetes to have to search type 2 diabetes, and then the result shows that it can there are so many type 2 diabetes. SNOMED, there are over 1,000 SNOMED, and you can choose which one. Usually we use RC to search the to search the results, and then to choose. We can consider the top top choices, and then because they have the higher records. Okay, the choices with the higher record means that most we can find the most patients in that database, so that we can that will be the choices we may select. It's kind of a priority. You can choose that, and then also once we decide like one or multiple, and then we can check the descendants and then press add to concept set and finish that. And now, like we have already create two diseases concept set, and then like we can if we choose type 2 diabetes, and they are 19, 19. We have already included the 19 concept set belongs to type 2 diabetes. And then you can press that, and that you see the much detail what kind of this 19 type of type 2 diabetes. And then if you think agree all of them needed to be covered by your study, you can just don't do anything. But if you think something one of that you cannot you doesn't want to cover by your study, you can just choose that and to exclude that and to do that. Okay. And how about using the drug medication to set up a concept set? Again, we can use the ATC-TDD this system to have the comprehensive list of drug first, and then to select or search the comprehensive medications by using an atlas, and then like use a set up concept like searching, like if we use insulin anti-diabetes medications, and then we can find use ATC and choose two stats and to be used. Most of the time for the medications, we hope that we can use ATC for the medication as because ATC is a very common code for the medication. And then lab test results can also lab tests can also be set up as a concept set, like HbA1c. Okay, we can set up give the name of that and to find to search HbA1c and to find which choices you want to choose. Okay, for that to set up the concept set. And finally, we just need to press the save this button, and then so that we can finish the concept that for that cohort you want to create it. Okay. After that, we needed to figure 1. The third step is cohort definition, to select the cohort based by using the atlas and based on some inclusion and exclusion criteria. And then the first step is to design the cohort entry event. Cohort definition is we need to this is also under the same as a preference, the cohort definition button, and under this cohort, and we need to define that. And the first we need to set up is the cohort entry event by using add initial event, this button, and then to add that. And we also have the inclusion criteria. Okay, here. Okay, we can set up for inclusion criteria. Like here, depends on your design for a study, how to include, what kind of patient you want to include, that you can set up here. Okay. And once we finish the inclusion and exclusion criteria, we can press the next button about the generation and to generate the results. Okay. Before that, we need to press the save that, and then we can press the generation, and then we can find the results about the number and also percentage, and then we can put that in the figure 1, the cohort selection process figures. Like here, based on our APAC-VALUE study, we have a very simple cohort selection process, and based on the previous setup, we can use the atlas to generate the number, like for each one of box. Like first one, we from TMU CID, we start from 3 million, and then finally we have 8,330 patient use rates in this cohort. And then for next step is to create the table 1 about the basic characterization about the patient profile, and we can press the button on your left-hand side about the characterizations, and create a new characterization here, and to choose what kind of cohort you want to use for this characterization, and then we can press the import button, and then to select the cohort you have made before, which cohort you have made, and then you can check that and then import that as this study, and then based on this, what kind of variables you want to put in your table one, you can also choose that. Press import for feature analysis. We have already selected cohort for this study by using the import this button for cohort definition. And the other import is about the feature analysis. So we can choose what kind of variables you want to put in your table. For example, demographic, and also like age, gender, and maybe BMI or others, and also comorbidities. Okay, you can choose. There are some classifications here, and you can choose that and import that. Conditions means that disease, some very common diseases. Okay, we can choose that condition and to choose, and then we can also choose a drug, and then to think to cover any drugs you want to put that in the table one. And then once we finish that, we can press the button about execution under the characterization, and then we can have the results. Choose the database we want to use, and then to press the generation, and then you can view the result later on. For example, we have the result already, and then we can based on this, we can select like how many like the gender or age specifically. For example, if we only choose the gender, we can find how many people belongs to they are female and how many are male, and about the rates here. And again, about the age, you can also do the same thing and to get the result and put that in the table one. Okay, for example, the age like we can have the mean and also based on the age groups. Okay. And then now this example by using TMU study for our APAC value study, you can have a mean of age and age group. Okay, this is much detailed age groups. Okay, and then gender. Okay, about the number of patient and the percentage. And this is about the condition, okay, about the comorbidity and the drug exposure, okay, results. And treatment pathway, if we want to also draw some bus parts, we can also use the cohort pathway, this button, this function, and to create create a new cohort pathway, and choose the cohort you have already created and import that to treatment pathway, and also use the event cohort and to import what kind of medication you want or treatment you want to select. Okay, and before that we need to have a concept set about the any treatment. Okay, before, and then we can so that we can select that here. Okay, import that. For example, if we choose a background night anti-diabetes medication, and if because most of the time for the samples, we not only just the single treatment, we need to have multiple treatment. For example, for the diabetes, we have many types of medications for diabetes. So it's better to cover the comprehensive type of many types of medications, and so that we can create that one by one, and then to have a drug once we finish that, and then we press the executions, means the generation of the results, and choose the database we want to use, and then we can have like this the final sum-bus plots, and then we can this is the final result about that cohort and what cover different type of medication use for the first line, second line, and the third line later. Finally, I want to talk about the schedule of APAC value. this is a potential temporary schedule, and we hope that we can finish the initial result and share the code by initial team and by Nico and me before July 15th, the middle of July, and let any collaborators to do the analysis based on your own database and atlas, and then during the July 18th to until the end of July, and we can collaborate the result from any partners, and then before so our collaborators provide result to the PI before August 5th, and the PI integrate result from various database before August 10th, and submit the abstract to Korea APAC Symposium, because the deadline for the abstract submission is August 17th. And finally, the timing for the APAC Symposium is November 13th. So we needed to present the results, either the oral or poster. We can have the final collaboration result collaborations and show the first version of the result, and before the November 13th. So this is the timeline for our study. So thank you very much for your listening. Any questions? We can talk about that, discuss right now.
Thanks, Jason, for the presentations. I think there is a question from Chung So in the chat.
Hi, Jason.
Do you want to?
Yeah. It's not a question, but I have some. It's a question because I'm recently requesting mother and child linked national data of Korea. So I'm just wondered if this database is going to be valuable for this value study. But we have a pros and cons, because this database is very relevant to the current objective of this study, and also allow to identification of drug exposure before the pregnancy in Korea. But the main limitation is that this data is not mapped to the OMOP common data model. So and also that data doesn't cover woman never experienced the pregnancy and men. So I'm just wondering, this database is going to be helpful for us or not?
So can you separate the patient into the male and the female?
That database doesn't have men's information. That database only have a woman who experienced the pregnancy or childbirth.
Oh, yeah. Basically, this study doesn't concern about the pregnancy or not for women. So for female, so because we only focus on the favorite use, not only just for pregnant women.
Okay.
So yeah, so probably I'm not sure if Nico here.
Yep, I'm here.
Nico, can you answer?
Yeah, I think, Changsu, that would be a great database to use perhaps for the next part of the study, where we want to look for outcomes associated with use during pregnancy. And I know that Bianca, I'm not sure if Bianca's online, I can't see, but she's very interested in that question as well. So it may be something that we move towards, and it's great that you have a data set that has pregnancy information, because we can actually do that study. Of course, what we're doing at the moment is we're just restricting the ages as an indicator of potential pregnancy, right? Because we don't often have that information in the database. So I think in the future, we would really be interested in doing something more. I also would really like it if anyone on the call eventually has access to databases where there is the parent link between the mother and the father, because that's very, very hard to do.
Yeah, right.
To see the paternal exposure and outcomes of the child. And I think if we were able to find a data set that was able to do that across the OHDSI network, that would be really powerful. Because I think there has been quite a number of studies in women, but not so many in the paternal. So yeah. And are you planning to OMOP that particular data set, Chang-Hsu, in the end?
Not really. This is
okay.
from the national agency, so I cannot convert that data.
Got
So
it.
okay, then yeah, when I get that data in maybe 2 or 3 months, then maybe I can get back to you guys.
Yeah, okay, great.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. We still have 1 minute left.
There was
Any
one
other
other question. Yeah, one other question from.
Oh yeah, by Cynthia.
No, I think there was one more before that.
From Chi as well.
Chi as well, yep.
Yeah. Hi, this is Chi from IQVIA. Is the study purely focused on APAC region? Are you interested in US data or European data?
Of course, we also welcome the data from any countries. So in the protocol, we not set only limit the data source from APAC. And that would be the global one. Yeah. So very welcome to any database to join that.
Okay. I'll be interested in participate the study. If you can send me your email, I can, or
Sure.
somehow we can chat. So
Great.
Jack, can you do that? Send invitation email to Yang Qi.
Yeah, for sure. I can do that. Yeah, I just wanted to clarify it. The idea came from the APAC region, but absolutely we want to do a global analysis if we can. Yeah. It'd be great to
Okay,
show
great.
the variation by country. That would be fantastic to see.
Cynthia?
Yeah, just a comment that, the age of first menstrual period is getting lower and lower. So I think 18 is too high for the lower limit of your pregnancy. I would suggest you go lower, or maybe even just look at what your youngest and oldest pregnant person is, just to get an idea of where you should set the age limits.
We've Cynthia, we've debated that a little bit in the past, and most of the databases to get participants under the age of 18 years creates a few ethical dilemmas and whatnot in terms of getting consent and whatnot for those patients. So that's why we've stuck with 18 years. Yeah.
So then you might put that instead of saying that's your definition of childbearing, because it seems awfully high, the 18.
Oh,
seems,
of course.
but,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's not impossible because I've done, but I know it is more troublesome. Yeah, and then just for pregnancy, there's in the preg work group, I think they validated and are maybe about to publish an algorithm on pregnancy. So you might want to connect with Rupa Karia to get that when you get to that stage of the research. Yeah, and also just in the pregnancy work group, there are a number of people who have mother-baby linked data. So when you get to that stage also, I can help you find out who those people are. And then as for the timeline, I mean, in Singapore, we have to submit like the protocol and it has to go to, a review. There's just no way like we could meet that deadline.
Yeah.
We understand that, Cynthia, and the protocol is just about finalized, and yeah, we'll get that sent out to everybody as soon as possible to go through their IRB approvals. But yeah, we're just hoping we can have some data in time to submit the abstract, but we may not. We understand that.
We don't have to design the cohort ourselves, right? Once you designed it, you pass the JSON file to us. We
Correct,
just
yeah.
import it, right? Okay,
Correct, yes.
that's good.
So don't worry about the IRB, because if your data can not access earlier, and we can submit, you can just let us know you want to join this study, and then we can submit the abstract without you. But before the November 13, it's better to have your results, and then so that they can pull every result together and to show that in the poster or presentation.
Well, in
And this
Singapore,
is
you
the
have
initial
to justify what queries you're going to run. So they do, and it took us like almost 5 months to get the GLP one through. I mean, it was the first one, so hopefully it goes smoother, but it's a long process.
Cynthia,
And
probably
we
you
have
would
to
like
say,
to submit together, because I think Mukesh is also interested in
Okay,
in joining this study.
great,
But
great.
but we
You want
understand
to
that
do the submission then?
yeah, the issue is
As
that
soon as
yeah,
yeah.
probably we can do the submission together, since the
Okay.
OMOP CDM database, right, will be provisioned in the Entrust workspace soon,
Yeah.
hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's
Yep.
only up to the year 2021. So if we can leverage on that one, right, and then we can actually do another submission, probably hope
Okay.
that it will be faster, but of course we cannot meet the deadline for this one. But
August.
not sure
That's so fast.
until before the symposium whether we can do that or not. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so in this case, any idea of if we want to join these collaborations, right? In what sense that we can actually contribute then? Is it that after that or how?
Nicole or Jack?
So I'm not sure I completely understood the question. So there's many opportunities to contribute. So the protocol needs final verification. So we're asking everybody to, look at that and verify. We'll need people to check the analytic code on perhaps a sample data set that you might have of your data set. So there's a lot of opportunity to be involved before you press the button on your database. And there is a value channel in the Teams, a study channel in the Teams site, and all of the information is there. We'll make sure everybody has that if you haven't already.
Is there going to be some just code for like metadata, like how many people, like Jason presented, how many people you have per age band, and then how many users of Valproate, etc., before you even turn the crank on the other stuff? Or maybe is what it is.
That's really all it is at this stage. Cynthia, it's that exact thing. So a very, very simple analysis so that everybody can join.
Okay.
So who would be the contact person for if someone want to join this study? Jack or Nick or me?
Yep.
Yeah,
any of us.
Any of us. Yeah, as soon as we got the information.
There's also the APAC-VALUE channel in the Teams, so maybe that's probably the best place to go to start with, and then we can grab your details from there. I know quite a lot of people, depending on how they've joined this meeting, are locked out of the chat, and so yeah, if you go to the Teams channel, that'll be the best way to get in touch.
Actually, I've just uploaded the link to the Teams channel on our chat, so you can check it out there.
Thank you. Thanks, Gan.
And also protocol should be shared in Teams.
Yeah,
Okay.
All right.
Okay, we are over by 8 minutes. Thanks everybody. So yeah, thanks again, Jason. And
thank you, Jason.
have a good day, everybody. So we'll see you again.
Thank you.
In the
Very
next
nice.
Have a good one, everyone.
Yeah,
Have a good one. Thank you,
See
Jason.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Jason.